Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's pretty stormy here right now, so I'm really happy just to be filming a video in the comfort of my own home because it is really cold outside. So I was recently tagged by my friend Mary from A Love Tart here on YouTube to do the Eyeshadow Junkie Tag, and I was really excited about this because I am definitely a self-proclaimed eyeshadow junkie. So thank you, Mary, for tagging me. Of course, I will have Mary's channel linked below. If you guys don't know who she is, I think most of you guys do, but just in case you don't, please head over to her channel and check her out. She is one of the first people I remember subscribing to. I just love her personality. She's very sweet. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's a mom. She's got really good taste in makeup. She's able to do color in a really classy way. Anyways, I know you guys will love her. If you don't know who she is already, make sure you go give her some love, and let's get into the tag. First question is your favorite drugstore line for eyeshadow. This was a no-brainer for me, and I think this is gonna be a really popular answer within this tag. Wet n Wild. I mean, I just don't think you can beat the formula of these for the price point. These little trios are like $2.97. These bigger 8-pan palettes are right around $5 Canadian, and the formula of these is amazing. My favorite of all of the palettes from Wet n Wild that I have is definitely Walking on Eggshells, and there's just a little swatch for you guys. These are so soft and buttery, and a lot of these shadows in the various palettes that I have here are dupes for higher end shadows from like some of the Naked palettes. A lot of them are dupes for MAC shadows, and honestly, you guys, I don't think you could tell the difference when they are on your eyes. They're so pretty. This Walking on Eggshells I have purchased a few different times when I was teaching. This is one of the trios that I would just reach for on a daily basis because it's just such an easy look. I mean, you've got like your lid crease, brow bone highlight, and you're done. And they're just awesome. So definitely Wet n Wild for my favorite drugstore eyeshadows. So the next question is your favorite eyeshadow primer, and I realize everyone's got kind of different needs, whether your lids are oily or dry, might depend on what sort of a primer you need. For me, my lids are mostly normal, but they are discolored a bit. Like I've got some veining and stuff. So I like to use just a concealer to prime my eyes because it cancels out that discoloration. The one that I've been using lately is the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. And then to set that, I use Wet n Wild's Brulee, which is just a great base shadow for any eyeshadow look. I use this every day. My friend Melanie from Mr. Kong's Mom sent me a couple of these because I hadn't found them, the singles in my area, and I'm so glad she did because, like I said, I use this every day. So this is my kind of eyeshadow priming cocktail duo. So the next question is your first eyeshadow purchase, and do you still own it? I don't still own it, and I'm sure probably in high school I probably had some like Maybelline quads or CoverGirl quads or something like that. I don't remember any that stand out. In high school and my early university years, I really just wore foundation, mascara, and lip gloss. That was really it. It wasn't until my later university years when I became a bartender and started making a little bit of money that I bought more makeup. So I remember after like a particularly good night of tips, I went to the mall, I went to MAC, and I bought some nice makeup, and I got a stack of pigments from MAC. It was like a limited edition set. There was probably 5 or 6 pigments in the stack, and they were all neutral colors, and I wore the heck out of those. I don't remember what this set was called or whatever, but it was probably 9 years ago. But they were just like neutral pigments from MAC. I wore the heck out of them. I would just put one all over my eye. There was a bronze one that I wore a lot. There was a golden one, and there was kind of this like pinky champagne one. So those were my favorite. I wore those a lot, but I don't have them anymore. The next question is your best drugstore eyeshadow dupe. And for me, the Naked palette is one of my favorite palettes, and the color Sin is one of my all-time favorite shades in this palette. It's just a beautiful champagne-y color that looks great all over the lid. So here is Sin from Urban Decay, and my dupe for that is from the Walking on Eggshells trio. It's just this bottom pinky shade. These are super, super close. So here they are. I'm gonna insert a better swatch photo for you guys. But I mean, I really think if you put one on one eye and one on the other, you would not be able to tell the difference. These are super, super close. They have the same kind of finish and just that little bit of shine. So definitely, if you guys don't have Walking on Eggshells, pick it up. It is such a good little trio. So the next question is the most underrated. This was a tough one for me, but I decided to go with the Becca Ombre Nudes. And the reason for that is because I know a lot of people do own this, but I don't think it gets the love that it deserves. It is amazing. I rank it right up there with my Naked palettes. You can probably tell I've made a, well, maybe not. I've made a pretty good dip in a lot of these. I love this. It is all matte, which I know isn't everyone's cup of tea, but you guys, I use this so much, especially when I'm using like a shimmery palette, like the Makeup Forever Artist Palette for Eyes, the first one that they released with all the neutral colors. Those are all shimmery, so I love having something like this just to throw in the crease as a complimentary sort of transition shade. I love this. I can't get enough of it. It's definitely a staple in my collection. I think everyone should own this. It's holy grail for me for sure. If anything happened to it, I would definitely repurchase it, and I am considering the Ombre Rouge palette that they just released. I think it's gonna happen. This question is your favorite single eyeshadow. This is actually a pretty new one to my collection, but it has quickly become my favorite. I went through all my singles last night and I was like, nope, this is definitely it. I actually just showed it to you guys in my VIB haul, but it's from Burberry and it is in the shade Shell, or number 003. Oh my word, you guys, this is so pretty. It might not look like a heck of a lot just swatched. I promise you, this is the most gorgeous, just all over lid shade. It is so freaking pretty. I've been wearing it so much, and again, I like to use the Becca Ombre Nudes as a complimentary palette with this. You guys, this is so good. It's worth every penny. It is the shine. You just, when you put this on your eyes, you just look awake and alive, and it's illuminating. It is so, so pretty. So Burberry Shell, definitely my favorite single shadow. Next question is your favorite cream shadow. Again, this was a no-brainer for me. I have talked about these a ton, but the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. Again, I think these are high-end products that are worth every penny. These are so pretty. I have three. I'll insert some swatches, but the consistency of these are just like butter. They're luxurious. They just glide onto your eyes. I do find they work best. Look at that, so pretty. With a primer. This is the shade Marie Antoinette, but it's got this beautiful kind of like shine, and again, they just, even the darker colors make your eyes just look awake and beautiful, and I love them. Next question is your favorite neutral shadow, and I'm sorry, but I had to pick two. There are various price points. They're not at all the same shadow, but I have another one from Burberry that I love, and oops, that's the one I just showed you. This one right here, this is called Pale Barley number 22. I know a lot of people love this. It's got a cult following, but this is such a pretty kind of taupey brown shade. Usually I'm more into warmer tones, and this leans a little bit cooler, but you guys, it is so pretty, and I like to use this just as an all-over one shadow sort of shadow look, and it's just a little bit of mascara and you're good to go. It's so, so pretty, and the formula of these Burberry shadows is amazing. I also had to shout out two from Makeup Geek. I'm sorry, I'm including three. I'm sorry. These are so affordable. They're just comparable to MAC shadows, and I use these two, which are Beaches and Cream and Creme Brulee, pretty much daily. These are just two neutrals that I think everyone should have in their collection. They're great shadows. So Beaches and Cream is this guy right here, and I've almost hit pan on this. And then this one is Creme Brulee, and both of these are just amazing. I actually used Beaches and Cream today just to blend out the final kind of look that I did on my eye with another palette that I'm going to talk about in a minute. And then Creme Brulee is just a great crease color. It's kind of like MAC Soft Brown. Oh gosh, I love this so much. It's just the perfect matte shade to throw in your crease. Again, it would be great with Burberry Shell, or anyway, I love this, and Creme Brulee is another one. So yeah, neutral shadows. I'm sorry I have three. I'm sorry. The next question is your favorite colored eyeshadow, and again, I've got two from Makeup Geek because I just couldn't pick, and I'm not sure this one, I'm not sure if this one was limited edition. Anyway, okay, so Glass Slipper, which is this beautiful blue, and then also Pop Culture, which is this really pretty purple. They both have a gorgeous sort of iridescence to them. They are so pretty, you guys, and these are like $5.99, I think. Something around there. Look at that. So pretty. Oh, I love these. I don't think you can beat the price point. This looks like a mermaid. So pretty. I absolutely love those shadows. Sorry that I have two. I don't know what to do, guys. When I start talking about makeup, you guys know that I just get a little carried away. Last question is the best eyeshadow palette ever. This wasn't really hard, but I did have to narrow it down from two. I almost picked the Urban Decay Original Naked palette, but in the end, I decided to go with Too Faced, the Original Chocolate Bar. And the reason for that is because I think you can get a lot of the same looks that you can with the Naked palette, but you've got a little bit more versatility here. You've got this really pretty light pink matte shade. You've got this like really gorgeous purpley kind of glittery shade. I love the burgundies in here. I love this palette. I love this palette. If you don't own it, I think it is worth every penny. I love this shade, which is kind of like a Stephanie shade. It's just like a really nice kind of champagne-y color. I also love this gold shade. These are so pigmented, they're blendable, and I just think really any combination of these shadows is gonna work together, and you've got a great range of matte and shimmer. You could definitely do a smoky eye, but then you've also got some little subtle pops of color. So I just love this palette. Packaging is awesome, and of course, these smell like chocolate. I mean, I don't know how this palette could get any better. I freaking love this thing. That is it for my Eyeshadow Junkie Tag. Thanks again to Mary for tagging me in this one. I'm gonna tag some people below in the description bar. If I don't tag you, please feel free to do it as well. And of course, leave me a comment because I would love to watch your video. I really like this tag. Some of the questions were a little bit difficult, which seems silly, like, what's your favorite eyeshadow? But really, I had to think about it hard. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Take care of each other, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.